A few months ago, I made a video where I went over the 5-starter Pokemon, but I only did the last stages, and so I'm gonna do the grass starters now, and this time I'll go through all 3 of them. And I'm gonna be starting from the newest one, the cat. What was it? Florgato is a green cat with a big head, and all the starters have big heads now. I don't like it. It's a green cat. It's just lazy. It's not a lot to say about it. And then when it evolves into, no, it's Sprigatito, then Florgato, which Florgato is the furry, and then Meowscarada is also a furry. And I call them furries because they're awful. They have no reason. Okay, explain to me, in a world where there are literal psychics and ghosts, the purpose of a magician. What does being a cat have to do with a yo-yo? It's not like a cultural thing anywhere, as far as I know of. Actually, they made Spidops in the same fucking game. You have Spidops, which is just a better Pokemon to do the yo-yo bit with, and they still went with Meowscarada. Why? Is because it's easy to animate, and you get a lot of fan art and porn, and dumb idiots will think that it's cool. Probably. Actually, when I first saw the reveal trailer for Sword and Shield, and we all had hope, I looked at Grookey. I looked at the 3. I thought Scorbunny, piece of shit, ugly, stupid legs. I just want to punch you in the head. I looked at Sobble. I thought this thing is a mistake, a mess, disgusting. And actually, I kind of like it now because it's so bad. And then there's Grookey, who I thought was Grookey's all right. Grookey's a stand-up fellow. And it is. Grookey's all right. There's like a whole thing where you play music to make plants grow, and Grookey's a play on that, and that's cool. I get Grookey. Its head to body ratio was also the most acceptable, and the orange hands, I really dug that. And then it evolved into Thwackey, and I thought, damn, we're eating good. This is I chose right. I was the right. I'm the winner. And then it evolved, and but seriously though, Rillaboom is okay. My biggest problem with Rillaboom is that it's just brown. I just wish it just looked cooler. It's just brown with green hair. Actually, I like the hair. It's just brown. It could have something more going on. It may, I don't know, maybe like a variant that just makes it like a lighter color, or just adds more color. I don't know. It's just boring to look at. The drum also just expands. The drum also just expands, and I don't like that. I wish it had like a special visual effect or a sound effect, but it does not have that, and it's bad. It's pretty bad. And Rillaboom's fighting style, I feel like should have been this like duelist type thing where it's just a gorilla running up and beating the shit out of you, breaking your spine. I think that would be cool, but also it'd be like a sentry where it's like banging on the drums, and then like it'll attack with like vines and shit. And I think that's cool, but it's not. It does not translate well to the Pokemon games because they aren't animated, and they animate because, well, I don't watch that piece of shit, but I would assume that they just follow the. Well, I remember seeing it beat up like Cynthia's team or something, or was that the one in White? No, not the one from White. I mean, the chick in White. What's her name? Diantha? Yes. And champions are such a horrible like thing. Like, Leon is like the best one, but even then he does too much in the story. He does things that you should be doing, but like, isn't it weird how they're mostly just fucking nobodies who do literally nothing? Anyways, Rowlet is a round owlet, and it's Rowlet is a round little owl guy, and that's rad. And then Dartrix, it's kind of weird, but Dartrix is Rowlet but bigger. It kind of has weird eyes, and no one likes Dartrix. It has like Dartrix exists. Dartrix is a middle stage. Decidueye is great though. It's pretty terrifying. Like the progression from like throwing like little darts and then daggers and then like full-on archery. That's really good. It's smooth. Some people say that it looks a little too human, and I kind of get that, but like owls are built weird. They have a lot of leg. Decidueye actually has less leg than it should, which I think is generally a good thing. So it kind of maintains that that hooded look. And I do like that they didn't just make it a ghost, like a literal just fucking gas or dead. Because the ghost type is pretty boring. Ghost is so cool. People really like the ghost type in like dark and stuff, but like why? It has the most consistently make designs ever. It's a thing. Cullinan is so stupid and dumb, and I love it. It's just like it's an egg. I'm not gonna explain myself. It's just a dumb round boy. Then it evolves into Chestnut, and Chestnut's stupid. Chestnut's stance is horrible. It's too curvy to be like intimidating. It's just a mess, and it also looks bald. Chestnut is just a really stupid guy. Like the arms, everything about it is so round and smooth. Like it has spikes and stuff, but like its body, you can see its body under the shell where it's kind of like small, and that's the problem with Chestnut. Chestnut's just small and not intimidating at all. It's a mess. Chestnut should not exist as it currently does. I don't know how they approved that. I guess they were really rushing an X and Y. They were like, it's like they only looked at Greninja and took like a passing glance at the other two, and then just let it slide. And that goes for the rest of the Kalos deck, so that was not good. Snivy is probably the biggest offender of the huge head issue, but outside of that, it's fine. And then it gets bigger, and then it just becomes a green snake with a bunch of yellow decals. I think I remember seeing something where they based it off of like some like anime character that's supposed to be French and blonde and stuff. But you didn't have to do that. No one asked you to do that. Don't do that. And like, okay, one neat thing about the Universe artists is that they all have like yellow on them, I guess. Like Samurot's armor, Embor's Chinese swirls because it's Chinese and they needed to give it swirls, and also because of pots. What? And Superior's royal stuff. Neat. Gen 4. Okay, Turtwig. I really like Turtwig. I'd actually really love to have Turtwig as like a pet, or just like even like a little Turtwig figure. Like I could see that, having that on like a desk or something. Turtwig is amazing. And then it evolves, and it evolves again into Torterra. And Torterra is pretty badass when you first look at it. I mean, it has eyeliner. It's got these red eyes and spikes on its mouth. Like, it's badass. And then you take a step back, and you see that its body is like very round. It's spherical. It has like that little tail, and it's like, and then you got that big fat frog shaped elephant in the room anytime someone talks about it. So I'm moving on to Gen 3. We got Trico, and Trico is weird, but I trust him. Then it evolves, and I don't like it. As a transition, because second stages typically don't look the best, but as a way to transition from like the super cute and marketable first stage to the cool guy last stage, it's not good. It's not like super cute. It's not cool either. Like it just has leaves on its side, and it's not like what is it evolved into? It's called Sceptile. I got confused because Sceptile and Scizor kind of sounded like, and they're both in Pokemon. Anyways, Sceptile has like the blades just built into its arms, and like a tail, like one tail. And Trico has like two like little like bushy bulby things, and Grovyle has two. And then it just becomes one again, and when it evolves into Sceptile, and it's just really stupid. It's just not a good transitionary stage, and it has the leaf on its head for some reason, and it just never comes back again. Like another very similar Pokemon is Drizzile, which adds like blue and purple, and like green. But the thing is that those green parts do eventually become black in Inteleon. So hey, it makes a bit more sense. And Drizzile's mittens become Inteleon's weird freaky claws. That thing is disgusting, and it is my favorite water starter. Anyway, Sceptile is the problem with Sceptile for me is that I want to like Sceptile. I want to call it my favorite. The problem is that it's just lacking something, and that something is innovation. It doesn't add anything new to what Grovyle already does. Like, yeah, they're both like fast things that run around slicing people up, like the average British person. But like, that's it. That's all it does. It's all it does. It doesn't gain any new ability when it evolves. It's just not. It gets bigger and like it has a weird stripe that highlights how big its belly is. Like, what? Why would you do that? But we're moving on to Gen 2, and Gen 2 is amazing. We've got what is that thing called? Chikorita. It's a stupid, ugly, dumb baby thumb, and I love it. It's so I just wish I could kick it. I could kick it around and no one would care. And then it evolves into Bayleaf, and Bayleaf is gross. Its little blunts or baguettes or whatever on its neck look dumb. It's stupid. It has like just a little leaf on its head. Like, what? Makes sense for a little kid to have a leaf on its head. It's quirky, but you're like 16. Take it off. And then it evolves into Meganium, which is one of my favorite. Probably my favorite grass starter. Because it doesn't like just try to be cool. Meganium is it's pretty. To me, Meganium is like what like a one of the peak Pokemon, like conceptually, because it's a sauropod, yes, but it's small, because Pokemon are supposed to live with people. That just separates Pokemon from the rest of the monster shit. It's not like a demon or a monster you go out and take a big sword to kill it with. Well, you could, and some of them probably should. Like I can't imagine that people with like braviaries live. They'd probably kill those. Yeah, they'd go extinct really fast. Anyways, that's just me. But like, what another thing about Meganium's like it's pretty. I really like Meganium's colors, and Thwackey kind of has like the same. Thwackey kind of looks like it, like color-wise, which is probably why I like it so much. And also just with like and I like how Meganium isn't like, it's not super strong, and I like that. It's kind of like a tranquility to it, It's not trying so hard. It's just a simple thing. It's just like, hey, sauropods have long necks, and flowers and other plants, have these long stems. Why don't we just put them together and boom, you get something really amazing? And I do like it. It's up there. It's either Meganium or Decidueye. I'll go with Meganium. Bulbasaur is one of the most cancel Pokemon ever. It has cat ears for some reason, it's poison type for some reason, and it has the Toriyama eyes. It's fine. Like, it looks cute enough. The head sizes aren't atrocious like they are now. It's alright fellow. And then it gets bigger. And then it gets bigger. And then it gets bigger. Venusaur's line is pretty interesting in general because of like how much because like no one knows what color it is. Like some people will say that it's green or blue, or maybe like some weird green blue. Maybe it's purple. And sometimes it has spots and warts, and then it doesn't. It's pretty neat. And yeah, it's all right. I like Paris and Parasect better. But it's kind of cool that they both came out in the same gen, and they're like kind of opposites to each other. They have the same type, but the Bulbasaur's bowl works with it, but the little mushroom takes over the little crab guy. And that's neat. She's a big girl, and I like that. Venusaur's girth makes it really approachable, but at the same time pretty menacing. and kind of realistic, because you know, like big animals are, you know, they're big. They got bellies. I mean, it's thriving. It's not, you know, you can't see his rib cage because it's, you know, a fucking failure of an animal. Can't eat anything. You know, he's a cool guy.